I'm Jay from the Kubz, guys. Welcome back to another episode of reacting to these true stories. And you guys actually sent me this on Twitter. Somebody was just like, hey, react to this video. And it was titled, My Secret Relationship with My Super Hot Mom. What? Sweet Home Alabama, what is going on here? Look at this one. I'm allergic to eating. Who is allergic to eating? I'm allergic to humans, bro. I want to die inside right now. I don't know what's going on here, but we're about to check it out and get to the bottom of this. If you guys are cool with that and you're down with that, everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go! First video we're gonna check out is, of course, my secret relationship with my super hot mom, and the location says Alabama? Like, for real? We in Alabama? I was just kidding, but we in Alabama. Let's go!
I had a secret affair with my mom, and it almost ruined my entire family.
He sounds proud of it or something.
And I know what you must be thinking. It's messed up and wrong. But there is more to the story than meets the eye.
No, there's no more to the story than meets anybody's eyes. You're sick! You're a sick freak!
I grew up in a typical family and had a happy childhood.
Oh, I gotta drink to this.
Mom, dad, and myself. I never had any
This is water, by the
siblings,
way,
aunts,
not
or uncles.
anything else.
It was a small family, but I liked it. We had a lovely house with a large backyard, and I played outside every single day. I even had a dog and a white picket fence.
So, you think you're cool? I have a dog and a white picket fence. I have 2 dogs and a white picket fence. I'm kidding, by the way. I do have 2 dogs, but I don't have a white picket fence. I don't even have a fence at all.
What I meant to say is that everything in my life was typical and ordinary. I didn't suffer from any trauma, and I certainly wasn't mistreated or abused. My parents were kind, hardworking people, and for a while, everything seemed absolutely perfect. That was until my mom and dad began arguing. It didn't start big. They did bicker at first.
Wait. Before we continue, is this his real mom? Because, like, if it's his stepmom, there's, like, a little gray area there, you know? That's okay. It's not, like, okay, but it's just, like, okay. You know, I'm doing something with my mom, but she's my stepmom, so it's okay. But if that's your real mom, it's like, whoa, okay.
Over the tiniest things. It changed so slowly, I didn't even realize it was getting worse until they began screaming at each other in front of me. It got so nasty. They'd say hurtful things to each other.
He's like smiling.
And my
It got
dad
so
even
nasty,
accused
but he's
my mom
smiling.
of cheating.
He likes it.
They tried to make it work so many times. They went to couples counseling, to spiritual retreats, even went on a second honeymoon.
Who cares? Talk about doing stuff with your mom.
In the end, though, they decided to get a divorce. By then, I was in high school, and honestly was relieved all the arguments were going to end. The divorce wasn't nice either. They fought over little details just to annoy each other. But they also fought over who'd have custody over me. The judge decided on joint custody, so I began going back and forth between their houses every week. It was annoying, but it was way more peaceful, so I accepted it and tried to make the best of it.
All right.
A few years went by, with business going on as usual, until my dad met a much younger woman. I was 18 by then and living at home while going to college.
Okay, that makes sense.
It seemed like a good idea to save up money and stay close to my family.
Okay, so I thought he was gonna do stuff with his real mom, which is freaking gross, but it sounds like he's gonna do something with his stepmom, who's much younger than his real mom, so like I said, it's okay. It's not okay, but it's just okay.
Carla was 10 years older than me. That meant she was 15 years Dad's junior.
Okay.
She was closer to my age than to Dad's, which was so weird to me. Still, I wanted my dad to be happy, so I accepted him dating this girl and tried to get along with her. She was actually really cool and sweet. We seemed to get along almost immediately.
I don't know why I'm smiling at
movies,
this.
So when I was at
so
home,
freaking
Dad,
random.
Carla, and I would sit down together in the living room and pick up a film to bond over. It didn't take long for Dad and Carla to get married. My mother was so angry. And of course, she didn't go to the wedding.
I don't even think she was invited.
Invitation just to spite her.
I mean, I wouldn't go to the wedding either if somebody couldn't even spell James right. James weds Carla? What even is that?
I tried to stay out of their bickering, but they kept pulling me in. Even with all the drama going on, Carla and Dad became husband and wife. That made Carla officially my stepmom.
And you wanted to bone your
so
stepmom, is that right?
She wasn't nearly
You wanted to give her a T-bone steak?
Carla became my friend and confidant before long. When Dad and Mom argued, she was the one giving me advice on how to stay out of it. She also gave me dating advice.
Bruh.
What I'm trying to say is that we spent a lot of time talking. At first, it was perfectly normal and innocent. We were just mom and son, or stepmom and stepson.
Cool.
I always thought she was cute, but I wouldn't mess with my dad's wife. That was too much.
You sure about that,
But
big
then,
dog? The location
Well,
says
my dad
Alabama,
began
so you
traveling
never
a lot.
know.
He got a new job, one that paid more than his last one. That meant that Carla and I spent the same amount of time together, but it
Hey,
was
my
now just the
guy,
two of
let's
us in the
get
house.
it, boy.
One night,
Let's
we
get
got
it,
drunk.
boy.
It was meant to be innocent and fun, but alcohol makes things weird.
You're
We
weird.
ended up kissing and spent the night together.
Whoa,
It was the most incredible experience
whoa,
of my
whoa, whoa!
life.
What's he doing? What was he doing there? What was he doing? She had her hands like this, and she was like, "Hey, papi!"
When I woke up in the morning, already sober, I realized I had made a huge mistake. She was my dad's wife and my stepmom. We sat down and talked about it for a long while.
Did you?
What would we do next was the question we just kept asking ourselves. We knew how wrong it was, but neither of us wanted to lose what
This
we had
guy's
felt
always
the night
smiling like a
before.
creepo, dude.
We had such a fantastic connection. And for a while, we kept seeing each other.
Don't kiss again.
We dated
Don't
behind
kiss
Dad's
again.
back and spent more and more time together when he wasn't around. I was so happy whenever he left for his trips.
Because he got
Carla
to
and
go
I felt so
downtown
guilty,
on
though,
his mama.
because we really did love my dad. She kept telling me how he didn't deserve to be betrayed that way, that she was awful. I felt like a terrible son.
Yeah, you're going to hell,
Dad trusted
son.
both of us so much.
Going to hell.
And that's how we repaid him.
That's double hell. That's the
In
hell
the end,
after
we
the
couldn't
hell.
deal with the guilt any longer. As much as we liked each other, we decided it was better if we went our separate ways. I told Dad that I decided it was best if I lived on campus from now on. He was sad about my decision, but accepted it. Carla, as far as I know, never cheated on Dad again. I ended up meeting an amazing girl my age and fell madly in love with her. So it all turned out for the best. Dad'll never know what his wife and I did behind his back. It's better that way.
It's better that way. Yeah, son. Living the rest of your life as a lie. Doing stuff with your dad's hot stepwife. I mean, that's not his stepwife. With his new wife, aka your stepmom. And why does the location still say Alabama? Alright, next video we are going to check out is called I'm Allergic to Food. And this is so ridiculous that I actually want to slap myself silly. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to give this video the pleasure of me injuring my own self. So let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Sasha, and I have a big problem. I have been dealing with it for years. It's really bad, and I bet it will surprise you. I'm allergic to eating.
Bull.
It sounds insane, I
Smells
know,
like bull.
and I wish it was all a big lie, but it's nothing but the truth. It makes my life a living hell,
Okay.
and even something
Let's
as
see.
simple as eating a cookie is off limits to me.
How are you
Let
allergic
me tell
to
you
eating?
all a bit about my condition.
That means she's allergic to every single food known to man.
When I was a little girl, I would have a hard time holding down anything I ate. I was really skinny and would get terrible stomach aches. I visited so many doctors, but none were able to offer my parents a solution. My parents hoped that once I grew up, I'd get better, but it was the complete opposite. As the years went by, my condition got worse and worse. I spent a lot of time in hospitals, and that affected my entire family. My mom and dad were really happy when they first got married, and they had my older brother before I arrived to
So
ruin
you're the reason why
everything
they're not
for
happy
them.
anymore?
I know it's not my
Well,
fault,
feel
but I
bad.
still feel so
Feel bad.
guilty. They had to spend so much money on studies, visits to the doctor, hospital bills.
At least they didn't have to spend money on food.
And things only got worse when I entered puberty and my illness began showing its ugly face. Whenever
Ew,
I ate,
your ugly
something
face.
really odd would happen.
Your
My
ugly
cheeks would
pancake
blow
head.
up
Look at
like
that
a puffer
head.
fish. It got really nasty. I got all red and sore, and I felt like I couldn't even swallow any longer.
Ew.
My mom freaked out and rushed
it
me to
away
the
from me.
hospital, and that's when the doctors finally realized what was happening to me.
What?
Apparently, I was allergic to eating. Whenever food mixed with my saliva, it caused a mild anaphylactic reaction.
Anaphylactic reaction. You made that shit up, didn't you?
And what was worse, the doctors thought it would only get worse with time. There were many different treatments they recommended, but nothing worked. I tried injections, balms, and so many types of pills. It seemed that every single day I had a new medication I had to take. My mom wanted me to have an experimental, risky surgery that cost a fortune, and she was willing to take a mortgage on our house to make it happen. The problem was the surgery was very risky, and so it could end up with me getting even sicker. Dad refused to authorize this surgery as he was too worried about the possible side effects. They began arguing all the time, and the sicker I got, the more their relationship deteriorated. I couldn't believe it when they decided to get divorced.
Who cares
It was
about
so
this?
hard having to deal with all of that from a hospital bed. Not only did I have to deal with my family falling apart, but I was also worried about my own life. Humans need to eat, right?
Then
And
how
was I
were you
going to
alive?
survive if I was allergic to feeding
Tell us
myself?
how you get
It's an
food or
impossible
nutrients
problem to
into your
have, and I
ugly,
felt like I
nasty
was
system.
starving all the time. Finally, though, the doctors agreed on a potential solution that could change my life.
What?
It was still not a perfect one, but it was something.
This girl reminds me of when you're in school and you're trying to write like a 1,000-word essay and you're just thinking of little filler words to make up the 1,000 words that you have to do. She's not getting to the point at all. She's just saying the most random things and not having any substance to anything that she's saying, and now I'm getting mad.
They were going to put a tube that led directly into my stomach and led to a small antiseptic bag on the side of my abdomen. Whenever I needed to eat, I wouldn't have my meal on a plate. I couldn't taste it at all. No, I didn't get to enjoy a nice piece of steak or
No
a
shit,
slice
we
of
know you're
meat.
allergic to food.
Instead,
Why are
I
you
had to
telling us
blend
this?
my food and store it into my bag. That way I could avoid chewing at all and getting allergic reactions, but at the same time, I got to feed myself somehow. It was really depressing. I couldn't enjoy food like everyone else around me. I couldn't go out on a date and act like a regular girl my age. Being intimate with someone I liked was hard as well, since I couldn't move too fast or too hard. The bag couldn't get loose with
move
any
too fast or
sudden
too hard. What are
movements
you doing?
after all, and
What are you
that
doing on
would
a
be
Friday night?
mess. I'd end up in the hospital all over again. People always treat me differently, like I'm some kind of charity work, and I have to deal with that because they have good intentions. I want to be just like everyone else, and that's so hard when everyone treats me like I'm made out of crystal. Plus, it's hard hiding the medical bag attached to my side, so it's not like I can pretend nothing is wrong with me. Even going to college is a struggle.
Oh my
but
God,
I
this
am
girl
determined
talks
to
like a
finish my
mother
studies and make
sucker.
something of myself instead of depending on my family my whole life. Living with this illness has really been a challenge, but I'm still grateful to be alive. My mom and dad have been
2019 allergic to pizza, 2020 allergic to this channel. Imagine. I think the thumbnail is gonna be me. I'm allergic to this channel, bro. 2019 allergic to eating, 2034 allergic to life. 2019 allergic to eating, question mark, allergic to blood. Oh, that was lame. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for this episode of reacting to these true story animations. I don't believe any of these stories in this episode. I really don't. I smelled bull all over the place. Up, left, right, down. I feel like my BS meter was going through the roof. It was just like... But if you guys feel like any of these were true, please let me know down low in the comment section below which ones you guys actually thought were legit. But if you guys want me to react to any more of these stories across the internet, make sure you guys give this video one big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Kubz Scouts is that dude!